Hey guys, I'm Deepthi and in this video we're going to be talking about my favorites, sort of like a current favorites video. I have quite a lot of makeup and this time I have equal amount of skincare, hair care to talk to you guys about. So let's get started because this video is going to be really long. First up for primer, it's still the same from the last time. I've been loving using the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer and the Huda Beauty Jelly Primer. I'm just using that up so that I can just get it over with. But this is my absolute favorite primer, and if you're still contemplating if you should get this or not, I'm not sure if the sale is still going on. If there's a buy one get one, definitely do pick this one up because it's worth the price, you guys. It just makes your face so much more glowy. Makeup adheres on really well. It makes the makeup so long lasting. So I use this underneath most of the foundations, especially if I'm going to be outdoors and I'm not touching up or anything. It just makes my makeup look so good, and it's what I have underneath my foundation today as well. I just love how my makeup is looking. And then for foundation, still loving the Nude Sticks Tinted Cover Foundation. I'm not sure why Nykaa has not restocked the shades in this one. I'm not sure if it's available on Sephora. Wherever I can find it, I will link it because this is such a good foundation. You can use it like a tinted moisturizer. You can build on it. It goes up to light medium coverage. I wouldn't probably build on this one too much. It just looks so polished on the skin. It just makes you look so much more healthier, fresh, glowy, but not too dewy looking. Just a very nice everyday kind of a foundation. I have this one in the shade number 6, which is a little bit darker for my skin tone, but because it's not a very pigmented foundation, I can get away with this particular shade match, and I enjoyed using this foundation through and through. And I think I'm going to put this away because I have to start using a lot of my other makeup products. So I switch out my makeup and I try to use some of the other products that I really like so that I don't stick to using just one product for a really long time. But this one, it's been over 2 to 3 months right now, and I need to put this one away because I'm addicted. So I use this underneath my eyes sometimes. It's so lightweight that I can get away with using this underneath my eyes. It's not cakey at all over my face. It doesn't cling on to any dry patches. Just a beautiful foundation. Another product, I just mentioned about this in the previous video, the KIRO Daily Dewy Serum Foundation. Very similar to that Nude Sticks foundation. This one is similar to a lot of different high-end foundations. So if you own this, you actually have a really good product in your collection, and you don't really have to go ahead and buy a lot of other foundation-based products, BB creams, tinted moisturizers, because this one works as multiple products. You can use a very light amount of this, works like a BB cream tinted moisturizer, or you can just build on it a little bit more, makes it works like the Nude Sticks foundation, gives you light medium coverage, or just that one full pump. If you use it all over your face, it gives you a good medium high coverage. It's a very spreadable product, nothing that is too cakey, not too matte. It's not too pigmented, but it is a pretty good like medium high coverage kind of a foundation with a little bit of a thicker consistency. So I prefer blending this with a brush. Most of the times I don't really use a sponge because I feel like the sponge just soaks up a lot of the product. And yeah, such a good product this one is. And another one which took me by surprise, but I love the finish of this surprisingly. This one is the Rare Beauty Tinted Moisturizer. I don't really like their foundation, so I had no hopes for this one at all. It was so orange and so matte that I hated that foundation. I still have switched it to my everyday makeup drawer because I feel like it's a very matte foundation, so I might get use out of it during this weather condition, but I'm not sure how I'm going to make it work. I have to mix it with a blue foundation, mix it with a lighter white kind of a foundation, just so that it matches my skin tone. But this is not like that. I have this one in the shade 34W. I prefer actually buying the shades that are a little bit more neutral, I feel like, in Rare Beauty products, because I feel like they pull a lot more yellow on the skin. But this one, because it's not a very tinted product, because it's a tinted moisturizer, it's not supremely pigmented, it works pretty well for my skin tone. I really love the finish of this one. It just gives you that most glowy looking skin with a very light tint, and of course it's not high in terms of coverage. So if that is what you're looking for, this is not the product you'd be reaching out for. But just during the summer months, when you just want a little bit of a glow on your face and something that doesn't look too much, this is so good, you guys. Very long wearing as well, and I have enjoyed thoroughly, like through and through, using that product. I love it. And then a color corrector. This one is the Insight Professional color corrector. I love using this one. It's not very pigmented, so if you have very dark under eye circles, a lot of pigmentation to mask, this wouldn't work. But if you're around my skin tone, it works out pretty well. I don't really like very stark orange color corrector, so this one works for me. It has a little bit of that salmon pink undertone to it, so it works really well for my skin tone. I really like it. I don't really have to use a lot of product just to mask the orange of the color corrector, so this works out pretty well. And another peach color corrector that I have been really loving, which I didn't expect to love because I don't really like the formulation of the concealer. I find it to be a little bit drying for my under eye area, but the color corrector works really well. This is a very comparable dupe to the Huda Beauty color corrector in the shade Peach, which is also something I use so much, but I have that one in my everyday makeup drawer. But when I have to get ready here in the studio, this is something that I have been reaching out for, and I'm really loving the pigmentation of this, the blendability of this, the coverage it gives, and how it's able to mask up the pigmentation and the under eye circles without it looking too light or not too dark. So really nice product. And for concealer, as usual, I still am loving the NYX Bear With Me Concealer Serum. I'm not sure when I'm going to be switching this out of my makeup collection. There are a lot of concealers I've got recently. A lot of concealers I've been trying out, but this is my constant, and I feel like it works. It works with every product. It works on every single day, be it my skin is good or bad. It just works. And so if you're looking for a really good concealer that performs like a high-end concealer, you have dry skin, dry under eye area, you feel like most of the concealers cake and just settle onto the lines, you should try this out. It's not very high in terms of coverage, so you would probably need a color corrector or probably need a little bit of another concealer as well, something a little bit more pigmented. But if you want that very like natural looking makeup, something that just about conceals your under eye area, you would like this. Sometimes, you know, even when your dark circles peek through, it looks so much more natural. Nobody has flawless looking skin, and this just lets that little bit of darkness peek through, but it just looks so good. It's not like gray and ashy because you've already color corrected, but a little bit of darkness. What I have underneath my eyes, I feel like it's so smooth. I don't really have to even touch up on my concealer. So that's how beautiful this is. And then I'm trying to just like rush through the makeup products because I want to get to the skincare products. For eyebrow, the Insight eyebrow pencil, I'm almost out of this one. I loved this. Okay, it's what I have used to fill in my brows as well. I feel like it matches my eyebrow hair pretty well. It gives me that precision to fill in my eyebrows. My eyebrows are not in shape at all. I need to get it done. I've been telling this for almost 2 to 3 years now. So this one gives me that precision to apply it, but it's not too stark and like black looking. Such a good shade match, and I love the tip of this thing where it's not too like pointy, but it has a slanty end to it, so it's very easy to precisely fill in your brows. And then for contour, I have been loving these two. This one is a Typsy Beauty Silk Cushion Contour in the shade Maple Syrup. This one works out for people with medium tan, medium and deeper skin tones. This is pretty pigmented. Both of these are actually of similar color family, so you can pick whichever one you want. This is for 1,200 rupees. This is for around 600 rupees, so depends on your budget. So this is the kind of contour this is. It does have a little bit of a cooler undertone to it, and this one is also very similar, so not much of a difference. I have been using both of this. It is not very similar to my Charlotte Tilbury contour wand, where I feel like that one, even if I go heavy handed with it, I can just get it to blend in like just like in like less than 20 seconds I can blend that out. But this is not like that. It takes a lot longer to blend it out, so I try to use this like before I apply my blush and all of that. Sometimes, you know, I forget to apply my contour, so that's when I use my Charlotte Tilbury contour products, because I feel like I can still get it to work. It doesn't look muddy, patchy. This one you can go overboard very, very fast, to make sure to use a very light hand with this. But these are really good products, very pigmented, very blendable, very nice products. And then for blush, I have been loving the KIRO blush stick. This is in the shade Vintage Rose. Very nice pigmented shade of blush, and very long lasting as well. It doesn't look as peachy on the skin, it just blends in. It is a very nice brightening shade. It makes you look a lot more awake and fresh, especially during the summer months. And I love the longevity of this. I wish they come up with a lot of different shade options. This is a very potential brand that can come up with so many different shades. I'm not sure why they haven't launched deeper shades and like capitalize the market. Come on, KIRO. Oh, I also forgot to mention this concealer. This is a newer launch. This is a Nykaa Matte to Last Full Coverage Concealer. This is not full coverage by any means, okay? It's a very, very light medium coverage kind of a concealer, but works really well for no makeup days. Again, if you have color corrected already, if you have very intense dark circles and you want coverage as such, you would not like this. This is very similar to like the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind concealer, the Maybelline Fit Me concealer, where you don't really get a lot of coverage. It works for people without like a lot of dark circles. I like it on certain days. I feel like it just gives you that very lightweight, fresh looking skin. It is not drying underneath the eyes. It's not too matte, not too cakey, so I like it for for that. And another blush which I haven't shut up about, and I can't stop talking about this. I got this for a fraction of the cost from the Cult app. Every single time I mention this, a lot of you think it's Cult Beauty. That is from UK. This is KULT, okay, Cult app, and they have a lot of different discount codes and all of that. It's very addictive, you guys. Just be very careful what you're getting yourself into. But I got this for a fraction of the cost, and I could try out a lot of different high-end makeup from different, like, you know, brands because of this particular app and the discount that they're giving. It's not like Nykaa, it's not like, you know, very fraction, very little discount, and especially on outdated makeup. New trending makeup is on discount, and that's a great way for me as a content creator to try out a lot of these products. And I'm so glad I picked this up. This is in the shade Velvet Crush. Right off the bat, it looks a little bit light, but it's a beautiful shade. It's what I have on my face right now. It shows up, it stays, it's very blurring. I don't have a powder blush that is this blurring in my collection. It's that good. Just love it. I want to pick up all of the different shades, but all of those shades are out of stock, so I'm waiting for it to be restocked to pick it up on a good discount. So nice. It doesn't emphasize any texture. Sometimes matte powder blushes are a villain if you have a lot of dryness and like texture. This doesn't emphasize anything. Such a good product. And then the Huda Beauty Pretty Grunge face gloss. It's called Blush Gloss. It has a very subtle pinkish tint to it. It's what I have on my cheek right now. I have stopped using highlighter altogether. Subtle, natural looking highlighter is nothing because of this, because it gives you that very nice, subtle, glossy feel without any like shimmer, nothing. So it's so natural looking, especially for this kind of makeup, everyday makeup. I don't really want to go so overboard with my highlighter. This product. Can't find it on discount on Nykaa, but also pick it up on Ajio. I saw this on really good discount on Ajio too. Ajio is also a place you can try out if you want to pick up some products on discount. Too Faced Better Than Sex Mascara, you guys, the brown variant. I have talked about it in 3 to 4 videos continuously. I love this. You know, it makes my eyes look so much more fresh and brings out the brown in my eye. I really like it. It's lengthening, volumizing. I don't find it to be as clumpy. So good product. And then for Kajal, the René Midnight Kohl Pencil. This is not a smudge proof Kajal as such, but it doesn't smudge as much, okay? It's like very negligible. It's very long lasting, very pigmented, easy to apply on your, you know, to line your eyes, a tight line, apply it on your waterline. You don't really have to apply a lot of pressure. Such a good product, and it stays for a really long time on my super watery eye area as well. So I recommend you try this out. Don't expect it to be very, very smudge proof, but whenever I applied it like as a liner, it hasn't smudged or moved at all, like throughout the day. And another product I've really been loving is from KIRO. This one is their lip and cheek tint. This is in the shade Raspberry 03. I have applied this as a lip and cheek tint both. I love it, you know. This is very similar to the LA Girl lip stain, where it feels so airy, so lightweight, so moisturizing, and it doesn't dry your lips out, but it has really good pigmentation and such an easy on-the-go product. The shades are really nice, but this is my absolute favorite shade. And whatever is left, I just apply it on my cheek as well. It looks so fresh and great for the summer months. Love this product. For another lipstick, what I have on my lips right now, the Color Chemistry Lip and Cheek Crayon in the shade Honey. Honey, yeah. This is the shade Honey. That's the shade Rosewood. This is the shade Honey. Love it. What a beautiful warm toned brown shade, and works as a great nude shade for my skin tone. And it's very creamy, very pigmented, very long lasting, and it's not at all drying on my lips. When I mentioned this, I got a comment saying that I disagree because the Color Chemistry lip crayons are so drying on my lips. I don't find it to be drying at all, and I'm someone with super dry, flaky lips, and I've tried out all of the other shades that they have in the bolder, deeper, brighter shades. All of it has worked out really well for me. I'm not the biggest fan of their foundation or anything, but these are a winner, you guys. Pigmented, comfortable, long lasting. See, it's not even like forming that dry rim, which happens to me with every lipstick I've tried out. Not so much with this. And then something I picked up from the Cult app. This one is exclusive to Cult. This is a Citizen Cosmetics lipstick in the shade Code Red Rosso. This is a red you should pick up, okay? Just look at that. It has that depth that I love, you know, deep red shade with a blue undertone to it. So beautiful. It just instantly brightens up your makeup, your outfit. You just don't look dull anymore, even if you have no makeup on. And just a very nice shade to wear during the day, during the night. Comfortable matte formulation and quite long lasting as well. I've never regretted wearing this. I've worn this even without a lip liner, doesn't bleed as much. Great formulation, great shade of red lipstick. I think it's a very close dupe to the Huda Beauty bullet lipstick in the shade Ladies Night. Yes, very similar. And Fay Beauty Lip Whip in the shade Nut. Irrespective of your skin tone, this is a shade you should pick up. If you are of a much lighter skin tone, of course, it's going to look a little bit darker and grungy, but if you're around my skin tone, medium tan, deeper, you would love this. Even for your no makeup days, it doesn't wash you out. It has the right undertone. It's a little bit of brown. It has a little bit of, you know, red, burgundy undertones. Beautiful. This brand knows how to make lipsticks and lipstick shades. This is one of my favorite shades from that range. I just have two other shades, but this is my favorite. And then moving on to a lot of other skincare kind of products, hair care product. This one is the COSRX Advanced Snail Radiance Dual Essence. So this has the snail essence, and I feel like this is like the all-in-one cream, much lighter version of that. So I have that duo right here. This is also one of my favorites. Still continue using this. But sometimes when you feel like this is a little too much for you for the summer months, or you have normal to combination oily skin type and you feel like this is a little too dewy, you should try this out. Especially if you have combination oily skin type, I think you'll really love it. It doesn't look as glowy or dewy and doesn't make your face look, too dewy. Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't think you would like this if you have dry skin, because sometimes for me it's just not enough on its own. I need to go ahead with a moisturizer, so that's the reason I love this combination. But I just wanted to try this out as well, and I'm just trying it out. I've almost emptied it. It's something I use literally on a daily basis. Okay, sometimes I find it to be a little bit like drying on my skin, so I have to use a moisturizer, serum, an essence, something. But this one for combination oily skin type, I think you'll love. Another product, this one is the Claire's Midnight Blue Calming Cream. This is supposed to have like a soothing property to it, and especially if you have like very itchy skin, or you just stepped out in the sun, you have a sunburn, apply this and thank me later. It's so soothing, you guys, and it's also very hydrating. It looks so nice and dewy on the skin. I love this. It's a very nice moisturizer in my opinion. I like to use this daytime, nighttime. Worked really well for my skin type. Another one which is very calming on my skin, this is the Bioderma Cica Bio Cream. So I don't know what happened. I don't know if I freshly shaved my face and then used glycolic acid. I'm not sure what happened, but I started to have a lot of like itchy bump on my face, and it was a little bit like, evident, and it was a little, like I mentioned, itchy and painful. So I was like, okay, what am I going to do? Because I think I had an event to attend, or I had someone to meet, and I didn't want my skin to look that way. So I used this one, and just overnight I feel like my skin was so much more calm. It did soothe all of that, and there was no itchiness as such. The bumps did settle away eventually, but that itchiness and that redness, it did tackle so well, and this is a really nice product to use. Speaking of eczema, I have been loving using this. This is not something I've used. I've used the 500 ml bottle, like 2 of it, and I've almost emptied it out. It's a really nice cleansing oil is what they call, but I like to just call it a cleanser. Okay, you can use this on your face and your body. It looks like a cleansing oil, but it goes on like any other product with surfactants in it. It just is like your face wash or your body wash. Okay, I love the scent of this one. It has a very subtle jasmine scent to it. It's very like, non-stripping body wash or a face wash to use. So it's a one and done kind of a product. Sometimes I don't want to use just a different kind of face wash and a different kind of body wash. Ideally, you can use whatever you're using on your face, on your body, but it's something that is etched in my mind from so many years. I use a different body wash, something a little bit more strong in terms of fragrance, so that I just feel like it takes care of the body odor. Something a little too gentle doesn't work for me, but this one works. I love the scent of this. It's non-stripping. At one time I had very like flared up eczema. It was so itchy, so annoying, and I didn't want to use a body wash that was all the most stripping and just sucked out all of the moisture from my skin. So I resorted to using this, and I love it. I would highly recommend you guys try out the 500 ml one before you try out the 1 liter bottle and see how you like it. So I think this is on discount on Nykaa right now. Love it, you guys. I wish they gave us like a refill pack or something so that I can just refill this bottle and use it. Sometimes, you know, I just have a lazy makeup day and I don't really even want to like double cleanse. I just use this all over my face. It does a very good job of taking off your makeup as well. All of that makeup residue, everything is gone. I do check with a cotton pad and I like it. I mean, like not very super stubborn, long wearing, smudge proof makeup, not your waterproof makeup, but like, you know, a little bit of spot concealer here and there and a little bit of, you know, blush or something, it does take it off pretty effectively. But if you want to cleanse your skin and you want to make sure that you've double cleansed and you want a good cleansing oil that is not comedogenic and not something that is very heavy, not something that clogs your pores and doesn't give you acne, try this out. This one is from Beauty of Joseon. I can't pronounce this. I pronounce what I see. It's Joseon. This one is the Ginseng cleansing oil. I love this. You can see how much I've used this. It doesn't look like a lot, but I do use this pretty much every single time I have my makeup on. I feel like this is more effective than a micellar water because it's a cleansing oil. It takes off all of your waterproof makeup, mascara residue, everything without sticking, burning your eye, without like again sticking and burning your skin, without stripping your skin dry even, and just it's such a nice easy process and it's just like done, you know, you're done with taking off all of that makeup. And it also, like, once it comes in contact with water, it does lather up a little bit. Love this product, and I don't find it be too heavy feeling on my skin, and so that's the reason I really like it. But another makeup remover is this Mass Magical Peach makeup remover. This one is a unique formula. Yeah, it is a little bit unique. Okay, it has this kind of like a face wash kind of a texture, like a gel consistency, but it again does a very good job in taking off most of your makeup. I'm not sure if it has removed my waterproof makeup, but most of my other makeup residue, everything is taken care of really well by this makeup remover. This is something I keep it right here in my studio so that, you know, sometimes I'm just switching out, trying out different makeup, or I don't really like how the makeup is turned out, so I want something to quickly cleanse my skin. I use this and follow it up with a face wash. For a face wash, this is something that I highly recommend you try out if you have dry skin, acne prone skin, just compromised skin barrier. This one is from the brand called Within Beauty. I recently just worked with them. I am almost out of this cleanser and I want to repurchase it, but because of the number of cleansers that I have and get sent on a daily basis, I just don't feel like, you know, even if I want to try out some product, I just don't feel like because of the products I have and I have to use up. So this one is the Barrier Boost Cream Cleanser. Such a gentle cleanser, but an effective cleanser in my opinion. It's very nice and creamy, so I really like it that it doesn't feel dry and stripping on my face, but very effectively cleanses my skin and makes my skin feel fresh. And all of that oil, you know, if you're using a cleansing oil or a micellar water and that makeup residue, all of that is taken care of with this cleanser. It is good but not stripping. It does have fragrance to it, but I like it that way. I like that it has that fragrance. It's very awakening for me and I love it. And then sunscreen. This one is the Aqualogica Glow Plus Dewy sunscreen. You can see this tube, right? This is something I use on my face, my body. Such an effective sunscreen. It has an SPF of 50 plus and a PA4 plus rating. This is a broad spectrum sunscreen. I don't know how many people this has worked out for, but for me and my family, this is so effective. I've got so many people hooked onto this and I can see a visible difference when they're using this sunscreen and when they're not using this sunscreen. So when you're using this, your skin is a lot more even and there's not that uneven tan. And I feel like for me as well, like I was having a lot of itchiness like I mentioned, and I feel like not using a sunscreen on my body was one of the causes for that. So I started to use this one. I don't know what particular ingredient in this was making it a lot more soothing for my skin, that it was not triggering my eczema and the flare up a lot more. I love this. Okay, it's a little bit dewy, so I don't know if you would like it if you have very oily skin. They have a couple of different variants you can try out, but this is great for people with normal to dry skin. And even during the summer months, it doesn't feel heavy or greasy. It's not like too dewy. So you can use like an essence or something, or a lightweight moisturizer like this, and then use this one. It is very hydrating, moisturizing, but does a really good job of protecting your skin in my opinion. I did use the Ayoga sunscreen when I was in Dubai and it was so hot, and again there also my skin remained even toned. Similarly, this one, like right now the weather is so hot and I have to use this particular sunscreen. I also carry this with me just so that I can reapply and like make sure that I'm staying protected. So effective. I love this. And on to my second tube because this is almost out. And then I wouldn't say the beauty of Joseon sunscreen is as effective as that one, because I noticed that my skin started to look a lot more uneven and my pigmentation and everything started to peak with this sunscreen. This is very nice and hydrating, but I feel like it's just not working for me. And then for a deodorant, loving this Sol de Janeiro Rio Deo. First, I thought I don't like this because I didn't like that waxy feel. If you don't like judge this up and like nicely mush it around and smudge, like rub this into your armpit, you'll have it staining all of your clothes, especially your darker colored clothes. So it's like that waxy aluminum free deodorant, but I like this a lot more now because the scent is so refreshing, long lasting, and it keeps me odor free during this hot summer months. And I'm not someone who's sitting idly or sitting at one place because I have a baby to take care of. I'm running around always stressed, sweating, and this keeps me smelling so fresh throughout the day. Yeah, and then moving on to some hair care products. The Olaplex products that I tried out have worked out so well for my hair, you guys. Again, use this with caution depending on your hair type and what is your issue that you're having and how much of this you're using. It would probably work out or not work out for you at all, because they have people who have used this too religiously and have ended up with a lot of hair loss. So you have to use this sparingly. Even though on the bottle it says use this at this frequency, I wouldn't recommend it because I feel like it leads to excess protein buildup, again leading to breakage of hair and all of that. So this one is the number 0 intensive bond building hair treatment. So this one primes, repairs, strengthens your hair, and so you apply this on your wet hair and followed up with the number 03, repairs and strengthens all hair types. This one number 3 is a hair perfector. I apply it from the roots to the ends of my hair, like in not dripping wet kind of hair, but like slightly damp hair, and then wait for about 10 minutes. I don't leave it for more than 10 minutes because I'm scared, okay? And then I wash it off. I wash it off with their shampoo, which is really nice. It's working out really well for my hair. All of this I got on a really good discount from Tira and on Nykaa for 25% off, and then they were running a lot of offers where you could get really good freebies. Like the number 3 was given as a freebie if you ordered for about 5,000. So I got a freebie of this one, a freebie of something else. So you get pretty much 100 ml product, okay? This I use, these two combination I just use once a month or like once in 2 weeks, okay, not too often. And then the shampoo and conditioner, I do use it like every now and then. So right now my hair is washed with that shampoo. The hair mask, you can either pick up the hair mask or the conditioner. You don't really have to pick up everything, you know. You see what works for your hair. I like the hair mask and the shampoo. And what is my absolute favorite is, you know, the bonding oil, the hair serum, everything is good. But this one, this is the Bond Smoothener. This is a leave-in styling treatment, adds moisture, strengthens, reduces frizz. And I feel like it's so true. So it has this creamy leave-in conditioner kind of a consistency. So you apply it on damp hair, follow it up with your serum and everything, and you can style your hair however. You can use their bonding oil, which again adds a little bit of shine to your hair and protects your hair. I love how my hair is looking. It's so much more manageable, so much more frizz-free, and so soft and shiny, you guys. I don't really feel like, you know, I need to do much to maintain my hair, because my hair was starting to look a little too frizzy. Even with long hair, I've tried it out, I really liked it, but it hasn't reduced my hair fall. So for that purpose, if you're going to try this, I wouldn't recommend it at all. Right now I'm breastfeeding as well, and I'm not sure if that could be the reason of my, you know, intense hair fall, but in terms of hair fall, it doesn't help, but the hair texture, the smoothness and all of that, it does. But just use it sparingly. Do not follow it to the dot. And also, you know, for this length of a hair, you just need a tiny amount of all of these products. You don't really have to use a lavish, generous, huge amount of product. So that's all of the products I like. And another product which I like and I have to repurchase is the Wishcare Hair Growth Serum Concentrate. I don't care what anyone else says, but this works. This has given rise to so much of baby hair, which I am so happy about, because I haven't seen hair growth here in a very, very long time. And it's also given rise to a lot of hair. You know, even for people with receding hairline, when they ask me, okay, what other product would you suggest? My hair is like receding, I'm having a lot of hair fall. I've recommended this and it has worked out. So it could work out for you. It could not, depending on the underlying cause. But if you're like healthy, you've got your blood work done and everything, and nothing seems off in that, you could probably give this a try. But if you have any underlying cause, you have to fix that before you use any product for that matter. Anything that could like reduce your hair fall and all of that, any product outwardly, I don't think would help you as much as fixing it from within. I love this. I have emptied a bottle of this already. This is my second bottle. I have to repurchase it. And you don't really sadly get a lot of quantity. I wish this was coming in a bigger size because you get just 30 ml, and sometimes when you spritz it, you're just done with it in like the second or third use. You need little more quantity, and it's $5.99, I think. Yeah, so I wish the quantity was a lot more because it doesn't work out. The quantity and the price doesn't work out, but I love this product. And lastly, we have fragrance, which I already mentioned, but I'm going to be talking about it just one more time. This one is the David of Cool Water Sea Rose variant. This on Myntra sometimes comes on a flat 30% off for like 2,600. Pick it up. This one is not an EDP, it's an EDT, so it's still long wearing for me. I feel like I smelled of this one the entire day. It's such a beautiful scent. No, sorry. It's a little sweet, little powdery, mildly floral, but just amazing. Something about this scent reminds me of the lipstick that someone used to wear, and I've tried it out and I loved it. So yeah, it smells of a lipstick bullet maybe, but I love how this smells, and this fetches you so much of compliments. And also the Giorgio Armani C. Okay, I got the 100 ml for a really good discount on Myntra. Myntra is a place you should try out for perfumes, especially if you're awake, you know, late at night. You can check it out. I'm not suggesting that you stay up and look into your phone all night long just for a discount, but if you happen to use your phone late at night and you're not able to sleep and you like window shopping or shopping, you can try Myntra for perfumes. That's where I picked this up. But again, such a nice scent. This is also a little bit floral, but it doesn't have that much of a sweet hint to it, you know, the sweet note. It's like a little floral, powdery, again, a little subtle amount of spicy notes to it, but very, very long wearing. This is an EDP, I believe, but that one is an EDT. I just noticed that was an EDT. I'm like, so yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you did, give this video a big thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a new video. And I'll see you guys in my next one.